It's been a week since city leaders met to discuss the future of an animal shelter in one northwest Arkansas town. And today, still no agreement has been reached. Good evening, I'm Jennifer Peñate.
And I'm Chad Mira. Thanks for joining us tonight at 10. KNWA's Crystal Martinez explains why plans for the Bentonville animal shelter have come to a halt and how it's impacting a neighboring town.
Last week, plans of bringing an animal shelter owned by a third party and building it here on this private land in Bentonville came to a halt.
The city basically said, hey, there's so much liability tied up with coming up with an operating agreement that we really think it might be better to do it ourselves, like municipally run and owned.
Councilmember Tim Robinson says if the city partners with the third party, the city expects to chip in about 20 to 25% of the funds to build it. A cost the task force says would soar if the city decided to run their own facility. The committee also fears the shelter won't be able to afford the world-class features residents are hoping to have.
A lot of people in Bentonville said, hey, we're world-class in so many other things with bike trails and museums and business. Like, why would we not take care of our own animals too?
Robinson says right now the city is waiting to hear back from their legal counsel and see if any other operational agreement can be made. Until then,
our police department takes the animals to the city of Centerton.
Centerton Mayor's Bill Edwards says a year ago they made a deal with Bentonville, pay up $300,000, and the city could use their shelter to house dogs for 3 years. Edwards says they also charge $100 for every dog brought in.
We want them to stay as long as they like to stay here.
Mayor Edwards says he hopes the partnership continues so that people in the area have a chance to adopt dogs like Kylie here.
Edwards says with the money they've expanded their shelter from 18 kennels to now 73 and doubled their staff. He says they never reach capacity.
On a month-to-month basis, we'll usually get 20 to 25 dogs from Bentonville, and we get 20 to 25 of ours.
While the future of Bentonville shelter is still in the works, Mayor Edwards says he doesn't see his shelter downsizing.
We'll probably at some point maybe make this a regional shelter for other cities in this area out here in the west part.
In Benton County, Crystal Martinez, KNWA Northwest Arkansas News.
Staying in Benton County, an internal investigation ends in the termination of a jail lieutenant after reports of misconduct. Shannon Jenkins with the Benton County Sheriff's Office said in a statement that the investigation found the employee had acted inappropriately. She adds any type of sexual harassment or workplace harassment will not be tolerated. After reviewing the situation, Sheriff Sean Holloway immediately ordered for the jail lieutenant to be terminated. Stay with KNWA as we learn more information.
One of the shooters in a 1998 school shooting in the Jonesboro, Arkansas area died in a car crash Saturday night. Drew Grant of Missouri was 33 years old. At the scene near Cave City, glass, car parts, and sand covered the area where the vehicles hit head-on, killing 2 and leaving 3 injured. Grant, also known as Andrew Golden, died at the scene. Neighbors in the area say the wreck kept them up all night.
I pray for all the families that were involved. But it's just really scary, just thinking that I have kids right now, and then that if they were back then, were in school and something like that was to happen, I can't even imagine. Like, it makes me sick to my stomach. All I can say is karma. Karma, what goes around comes around, and I'm a Christian, and I hate to say that, but somebody that could do something so evil, what you do eventually is going to come back to you.
Arkansas State Police say they will not be releasing any more information on the crash or the victims involved.
In continuing coverage, the mayor of Bethel Heights responding to a report of unsafe practices at one of its wastewater treatment plants.
Last week, we brought you the story of neighbors wanting to shut down the plant due to frequent flooding and runoff from the facility, which they say threatens their health, livestock, and property values. Mayor Cynthia Black released a statement today, though, saying in part, quote, our city denies all claims of the dumping or flooding of the raw sewer to any residence's property or ponds. The wastewater treatment plant located on Lincoln Street has been in operation for 15 years. The plant has been inspected numerous times by the Arkansas Department of Environmental Quality and the Arkansas Department of Health, end quote. If you'd like to read the full response from the mayor, just head to our website, nwahomepage.com.
The newest medical marijuana dispensaries in the state could be opening here in northwest Arkansas. More than 500 pounds of product have been sold across the 6 operating facilities since the first dispensary opened back in May. That's about $3.4 million in total sales. Arkansas Medicinal Source Patient Center and the Relief Center were both inspected today in Bentonville. Matt Shansky, who is the owner of the Relief Center, tells KNWA this has been a long time coming.
You know, the expectation is it's going to be a celebration at that point. You know, people have been waiting extremely long to get their relief, and it's almost here at this point. So, of course, we're excited.
Both dispensaries should know by Wednesday if they pass the inspection, and as soon as they pass, they can start selling marijuana.
3 ballot petitions have been filed for measures that would allow recreational marijuana use in Arkansas. All the proposed measures need 90,000 signatures by July 2020 to get on the ballot next year.
Happening now, your commute could be affected by a lane closure in Benton County. Take a look at this map. Crews will close southbound lanes of I-49 to replace the highway's overpass bridge over Highway 71B. This is on Southeast Walton Boulevard and West Walnut Street. The closures will be happening tonight through Friday. That's from 9 p.m. to 6 in the morning. By the end of next month, the Trump administration will begin paying out the second round of its farmers' aid.
This year's $14.5 billion package is good news for smaller farmers caught in the middle of the trade battle with China. And some say it's even better news for big farmers who've been cashing out big from it. KNWA's Raquel Martin talks with lawmakers who say that's not fair and want to stop what they call abuse.
This is really a widespread problem.
Rob LaRue with the National Farmers Union says big farms are getting rich off the president's farmer relief package.
It's a huge disadvantage to, again, those average family farmers out there who are struggling.
The emergency aid is supposed to help farmers hit hardest by the falling crop prices, the trade war with China, and extreme weather. But he says big farms are collecting massive bailout checks while small farmers are barely able to scrape by.
With all this money going out, it's not being tailored and focused where it needs to be.
So how's this happening? The Department of Agriculture rules allow for multiple family members or partners working for one farm to apply for relief. Data obtained by the Associated Press shows that some of the nation's biggest farms are harvesting payments up to $2.8 million. Individual payments are capped at $125,000 per crop. In a statement, the Department of Agriculture says it has no reason to believe the system is being abused and that the payments have, quote, all been made in accordance with its published regulations and existing procedures, adding that any overpayments are automatically flagged. Iowa Republican Senator Chuck Grassley calls the policy an underhanded legal trick that hurts beginner farmers.
No dollar should go to Wall Street.
And Ohio Democrat Senator Sherrod Brown says the legal loophole should be closed to make sure money goes to farmers and not big agribusiness.
Wall Street investors and Wall Street bankers who own some of these farms but never farm, never set foot on it.
The Agriculture Department so far is standing by its policy. The next round of payments to farms and farmers is set to begin at the end of August. In Washington, Raquel Martin, KNWA Northwest Arkansas News.
It can be difficult and expensive for severely wounded veterans to return home. In 2005, when Army Captain Ryan Kuehls returned home after his injury in Iraq, he faced another battle. His house was no longer a good fit for a double amputee. Florida Republican Congressman Gus Bilirakis introduced the Ryan Kuehls Specially Adaptive Housing Act. So injured vets like Ryan are not faced with the financial burden of adapting a new home. The House passed the bill last week, which would increase the value of the grant by $15,000 and lets veterans reapply for another grant every 10 years.
Including installing grab bars, wheelchairs, ramps, and lifts, lowering countertops, and widening hallways and doorways.
Knowing that folks move to a couple different houses over their lifetime, be able to have it set up so they can be successful not only in the present but down the road as well.
Kuehls is working on a companion bill in the Senate, something he hopes will pass when lawmakers return in September. Sometimes life just doesn't go as planned.
Whenever I was in jail and prison and stuff, it was just really felt like there's no hope.